any type of bullyism to target whoever he doesn't like let's just say target Pete Davidson because Pete Davidson is dating his his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, which I blame her. Because I don't know, but I have to blame her too. But she's not to blame of that. She's partial of the blame. But I want to give you a story about why this issue, this segment, gonna grabs my gear, my heart, and my brain. Because I can tell y'all, for those out there who know me personally, who probably know me outside the Yaggah Movement Radiocast, who have an idea of who Mr. Cleanby is personally, you probably have an understanding of, my personal life, because there are certain things that I've learned not to project out there, and I want to give a big shout out to my older sister, my big sister, Cynthia. If you hear me out there, I want to say thank you for your life lesson. You know what I'm saying? You're like my third mom out here in America. But I remember I was going through my personal breakup, my personal marital breakup, where Facebook was still in its infantry. It wasn't like it is today, where you have authorities going to your social media. You have your friends from like Bangladesh who are following you from all walks of life. You got a bunch of folks out there who pretty much are lurking in your social media or observing what you're saying, or pretty much being curious George, trying to, see what you're doing or see your moves. And I remember back in those days, this was years ago, not that year, but this was long ago, where, I would use social media, I would use Facebook and MySpace. That's when MySpace was still fresh from the oven. Everybody would put their music on MySpace, where, I would use, Facebook to pretty much express a lot of my feelings. Now, back then I was getting off from a separation with me and my, former significant other, if I can say that correctly. And when I was breaking up, you have to understand we're all human beings. Ladies, you have to understand that men also have their heart broken. Men do get their heart broken. Some men out there are so emotional, oppressed to the point that they channel that energy toward others, which is pretty bad, which is, not a good thing to do, which is something that I'm grateful for not even going through that status quo or that trauma in my life. Now, back in the day, I was so stressed, not only because, I was in the verge of losing my family, in the verge of losing my foundation, but I was also angry. I was an angry black man. I was, like you guys call in America, or these guys are angry black man, or this and that, without even understanding why this person is so full of anguish, so full of hatred, why this person is so full of anxiety, why this person always express all those animosity, all those negative energy, because folks do not understand, what I'm saying, other people's livelihood or other people's trauma. Because whenever you see somebody going through some trauma, oh, you must be crazy, oh, you must be delusional, oh, you got a lot of money, so maybe he must be his drug. Now, mind you, I'm not protecting what Kanye West is doing on social media, because this is what I want to jump in. This is one of the issues I would like to share with all my peers out there, because like I said, back in the day, again, I would pretty much express my anger on social media. I was doing promotion, nightclub promotion, but then again, I was angry. I was so angry at my significant other. I was angry at myself. I was angry at whoever was around her, because, of course, the insecurity, the anxiety, the loss of your foundation is affecting your soul, affecting your heart, affecting you, mentally. Now, I will go lash out on social media. I remember, I would use Facebook and start writing there. That's when Twitter wasn't really Twitter like, finger tweeting left and right. But I would use Facebook. I would go on Facebook and literally just express my anger, express my frustration, express pretty much my personal affairs. If you know what I'm saying, everything personal that I was going through, everything mental that I was going through, I would express that up. Whether I was getting mad at, especially my significant other, I would express that up because I would see her posting up pictures with a man, with my kids, because this is what Kanye was getting mad at because of course he doesn't want his child, his daughter, to be on TikTok. I would have, I would call my significant other, be so angry to the point that I was losing myself. I was losing the point that my anger was leading me to a dark place until I remember this was 2000 and late 2009, early 2010. Until my older sister, she actually went on social media and she actually called me. And the one thing that she said to the point that it resonates to me to this day is the fact that she said, "Hey man, I understand that you're angry. I understand that you are frustrated. I know what you're going through right now. But you don't have to put your personal affairs on the street like this. You don't have to put your personal business out there like that. No one needs to know what you're going through. Only you need to know what you're going through, and you need to observe what you're going through and channel that to another path to where you can find resolution. Not issues, not problem, not another trauma to keep on bubbling in my mind, to keep on make me go back to social media so I can keep on, finger tweeting, Facebooking left and right so I can bring everybody to my attention because last time I checked, that did not help resolve my marital problem. That actually brought a lot of negative attention toward, my not only my marriage but also my personality as who I am as a man. Why do I cry on social media as a man? Men are not supposed to be, expressing their emotions. You're supposed to keep your emotion intact and all that, which I have to learn the hard way. And also it came up to fruition of a good lesson learned to where I learned not to put my personal business out there. Just like I was just saying earlier, just don't poop where you eat. If you're in someone's place and this is where you drop the bomb like Hiroshima, don't go out there and start eating, okra stew and rice in the same spot. There are certain places that you can channel your energies. If you're angry, you can go to a different path. I do apologize. Someone just called me on my cell phone, and I'm wondering who's calling me right now. So I do apologize. But what I'm trying to say to y'all is, you can channel all those energies, whether it's negative or positive. You can channel all those negative energy in all the areas where no one needs to know your personal affairs. Now, for Kanye West to go on social media and start propagating, start blasting or being a bully toward Pete Davidson, it's uncalled for. It's a sign of insecurity. But also for Pete Davidson to brag about someone on social media, because like I said, we are all adults. We are all adults. At the end of the day, kids are exemplifying through our characters. So everything we do on social media in front of our children will always be looked up to. Those children who are always going to follow our examples, follow our morals. But for Pete Davidson to go on social media and to pretty much brag that he's engaging with someone's spouse is also uncalled for. Now, I can just say Kanye West is going through some mental issue. I can be out there and trying to advocate for his, for his hurt, for his emotion. But at the same time, I believe that that is not the right path for Kanye West to be using his platform in order to engage or to be personable towards somebody. I just don't want Kanye West to marry myself back in 2009, 2010 when I was so angry. I was so angry at my ex-wife. I was so angry at some of the women I was dating that was hurting me that I would go on social media and start, twirling fingers, start expressing all my hurts, all my anger. Because last time I checked, none of those, exposure never result to nothing. All it did was just, brought a laughter at, at my face, or mockery, at my status quo. It brought a lot of a shame because I have to look at myself and wonder, wow, why did I even get myself to even write this word on social media? Why did I even expose my personality or my personal business in front of folks? I believe in conservatism when it comes to human being, when it comes to your personal agenda, when it comes to you as a human person, as a soul. It's okay to express your emotions when it is necessary. And I want to thank my sister for that example, because if it wasn't for her, I probably would have been on social media going crazy, being a psych ward somewhere, still bubbling on my hurt, still bubbling on that same anxiety, that same frustration that I was feeling years ago. But I believe that's what's happening with Kanye West. Whether or not he forgot to take his medication or whatever it is, which is also something that no one should be laughing about. Yes, he takes Xanax. Who cares? Yes, this man got mental challenges. Who cares? Like, who truly cares? Do you care that this genius person has mental problem, or do you care of reaching out to him? Because I'm pretty sure Kanye West circle are not telling him the truth. They're not telling him that, hey, bro, you're going to the wrong path, my brother. Keep your business private, my brother. Keep your business inside your pocket. Nobody needs to know about you and Kim Kardashian or you feeling some type of way against another man. Because that's time I check, fellas, when we leave another woman and she feels the need of being with another man, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you and I can do. Because like I said again, I was on social media expressing all those hurts, expressing all those frustrations, even though I knew my ex was with another man. But that did not change anything, because all it did was just bring shame to me. It brought mockery into my status quo. It just brought question mark about what kind of man I am. So whatever a woman decides to do outside her relationship, or whenever she's done with a man and she's done with that person and she's gone, fellas, let's all remember this: she's gone. So Kanye West, my brother, man, Kim Kardashian left you months ago after that divorce, brother. I know you bought her a $1 million house somewhere in Calabasas, but that's not the right way to express your frustration when it comes to your parenting skills, your relationship with the other parents. And for those out there who are laughing at Kanye West, who are thinking that this is a funny thing, the man is crazy. First of all, if you want to be judging somebody else, please go inside your mirror and make sure that your mirror is clean first of all, and there's no bump in your face, there's no scar in your forehead, there's no sweat in your head, because you gotta be perfect in order for you to judge somebody or laugh at somebody. Now I can be here and start mocking Kanye West, say, "Oh my gosh, this guy, he's going insane, he's crazy. He needs to take Poppy's man." I'm not at war with nobody, because last time I checked, what Kanye West is going through with him versus D.L. Hughley versus Pete Davidson, versus everybody out there it's a concern. it should be a concern if you do care about his music, if you do care about where he stands as a man, if you believe that this man is a best father, then where is the advice that we can give this man on keeping his private affairs away from social media? Where are those folks out there who talk about, oh, I love this music, I love this man, but don't have the courage to stand up to him? Just like the Russian foreign ministers out there who can't stand up to their president because they are so afraid that this person will reject that no, or they are so afraid that they are going to be slashed. Because if you say no, excuse me, if you say no, it's a backlash against you. This is not a funny thing, ladies and gentlemen, because, like I said, it happened to me too. I could have been on social media and start lashing at every axis of mine for the hurt that they have brought to my life. But I am a better man today because, not just because I'm a single man and I'm still looking sexy, of course. Yaga, 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 indeed. But the simple fact that I have found common sense, not into society, but into myself. I found common sense not to project anything negative out there. I found common sense of humbling myself toward my peers out there, regardless of the background, regardless of the cultural differences. I found myself finding common sense on being selective on who I meet, being selective, not being conservative, but being selective. And by being selective is a lesson learned from the past. Now, I know Kanye West is mad because Kim Kardashian is a beautiful woman, and you got some dude from Saturday Night Live who's doing the Big Bang swing, you know what I'm saying, the Marvin Gaye song. I'm not sure if I can say that on the air, but I was told that in certain places they're banning the word. But trust me, any man gets hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, men do get hurt too. Especially if you take a man's lady away and the man knows that, hey, this is the dude that's messing with your lady right there. And he knows who you are. Men do get hurt. But at the same time, I'm not going to, side with Kanye West's behavior when it comes to controlling how he operates with his peers, how he operates with his social platform out there. I'm not going to side with that, because that is a wrong thing to do. It's not just wrong, it's concerning. I'm not sure if I'm making myself clear here, but it is a very concerning issue here. Yes, the man is hurt, but also the man is going through some hurt. And what can we do about that? What are the folks around Kanye West, all those managers, all those folks who are around Kanye West kissing his feet? What can you do to help that brother out so he can let go and let God? Kanye West is not the only man out there who has been expressing his frustration in that matter. There are other men out there who have been expressing their frustration by going above and beyond, even doing worse things. Worse things. And we all know, y'all, bunch of y'all watch crime TV and all that stuff out there. So it is a concern that this brother is going through all the trauma, and we all need to reach out. We all need to not just pray for him, but also bring awareness to mental illness, bring awareness to heartbreaks for those out there who are going through heartbreaks, for those out there who cannot let go. Because at one point in my life, it took me years for me to let go, until I let God in order for me to let go and live life. So I understand the frustration against Yeezy. I understand the frustration against Pete Davidson and D.L. Hughley and everybody out there who are getting caught up in that web of social media exposure. But if you are an adult, if you have common sense, if you have kids behind you, if you actually not only kids, but if you have kids watching your footsteps, watching how you move, watching every word you say. Do me a favor, do us a favor as adults. Do not expose your ugliness or darkness on the streets or on social media. Keep your adulthood in the closet. Keep your adulthood inside your house, in the bedroom. Nobody needs to know if you're sleeping with someone's wife. Nobody needs to know if you are frustrated over your spouse exposing your child. All of these needs to be locked up in the closet, being resolute inside someone's house conservatively. I don't need to know that this guy or Kanye West is going through some, mental issues out there. I don't need to know my friends on social media is going through some breakup and everyone's going to be laughing at him, because that's what's happening with Kanye West right now. But my advice to Kanye West out there and everybody out there who feels the need of using social media, social platform to express their hurts is, if you're going through any type of heartache, call your mom. Call your family. Call your mom. Call your parents. Call someone in your family member that you cherish, that you respect. That's the number one rule I can give you. Number one advice I can share with you. But if you don't have that resources around you, seek for some assistance. Seek for some group assistance that can be able to help you get off your anxiety, your trauma. Because that's how much we're all human beings. We're all going through hurts. We're all going through some heartache. We're all going through some type of emotional distress. So for everybody out there who are focusing on Kanye West being this guy left and right, or he's crazy, shame on y'all. Instead of just calling him out, why don't you just telling yourself, hey man, we need to be able to reach out, or doubt Jay-Z or Rock Nation, hey man, talk to your friend so he's not going to lose his life or lose someone's life out there. Because ever since our pandemic, everybody has been losing their mind, their souls, and their spirits. And no one seems to get that kite. That's my advice for y'all, man. We're going to play some more music. This is the Yaggah Movement Radiocast. Don't stay nowhere, because I have another news I would like to share with y'all. Yaggah, Yaggah.
And yo, this reality, I'm in the place to represent the Yaggah Movement. Y'all already know what it is. My man, Mr. Clean Beat, Mr. Indeed, y'all know what it is. And listen, you are now rocking with the sound.
Everybody out there. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me make sure I get all my peers out here, man. What's going on? What it do? Let me know the value, because I cannot play any loud music. You already know how we do. But which will also lead me to this next segment. Big shout out to brother Zakeraya Ibrahim, and to his family, to the Ibrahim family out there. Big shout out to y'all, most definitely. And I know I want you to stay tuned for the second hour, because I would like to engage with y'all with what happened in Tucson, Arizona on a few weeks ago. A lot of things have happened to where, I want to bring awareness to mental health. I know some of y'all out there are probably telling yourself, why do we need to talk about mental health? Why do we need to talk about, anything that does not affect me, or, that does not affect my status quo or whatsoever? But, I just wanted to bring that up most definitely, because, I just heard a story. Like I said, I heard a story again, about this young man who lost his life. Uh, you know what I'm saying, in the hands of the authority. And I want you to join me. You can call me 602-633-2662 and call me and let me know what you think about mental health and mental crisis and what can we do to make changes. What can we do to prevent all those traumas to happen? You know, it's you know, as a person who works in the medical field, I think it's very important for most of us to, you know, to be aware of what's going on, especially in our community. I know a lot of folks out there are probably saying, "Oh my gosh, like, what are you talking about? You know, mental illness. It doesn't affect me. You know, it's not for me. You know, I don't. You know, none of my family are going through none of that stuff. Oh, sandwiches. Oh, I'm so sorry." Oh, sweet. Yeah. Thank you. See, so so I wanted to jump on that most definitely, man, because you know, it just happened like what a couple of days ago, and I'm gonna read you out this article to bring awareness of that. And please, if you are watching the show right now, please put hashtag justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim. If you are watching me right now, please type justice for Ibrahim. Walk up in the bill.
Support for Radio Phoenix comes in part from Native Health, located at 4041 North Central Avenue, Building C, near the southeast corner of Central Avenue and Indian School Road in Phoenix. Native Health provides private medical, dental, behavioral health,
okay, this is my Facebook
wellness services for the urban Native American community. For more
how y'all doing,
information is
Facebook?
available at
Instagram, I see you. Instagram, I see you. I see you.
Online at
yes, indeed.
nativehealthphoenix.org.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah.
You are now tuning in to the
Yaggah Movement Radiocast every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Arizona time, live and direct at radiophoenix.org. Yeah, let's get it on. Yeah. Brand new.
All right. Gonna put some banging. Gonna put some good banging right now. Oh shit. Oh shit. 5-5 girl. A 5-5 girl. Hey, 5-5 girl. 5-5 girl. 5-5 girl. Hey, 5-5 girl. 5-5 girl. But please, I would like for y'all to join me in the second hour, man. About this brother that I just got the news from, and I'm gonna read it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it to y'all. Pretty much give y'all the scoop, you know, of what happened. You know, just read y'all a little bit of what happened and my take and my experience and why this is so significant for most of us out there, and why do we need our constituents to start bringing bills, laws to protect others, to protect those out there with mental challenges. You know what I'm saying? Not to be judgmental, not to just to call people out because they think different, they look different, or they sound different, but also to bring that awareness, you know, to all of us out there, most definitely. So, you know, and I know some of us, you know, wanting to talk about Kanye West, but my advice for y'all is that do not eat what you poop. I mean, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Don't poop what you eat. That's what I can say. You know what I'm saying? What Kanye West is doing, you know, I'm not going to be out here and say, oh my gosh, that's bad. He's doing something bad for everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not my business to jump on people's relationship. You know what I'm saying? What I can do is give my advice. You know what I'm saying? Seek for help, seek for support out there. You know, seek for someone to give you that, you know, that energy, that good energy. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give a big shout out to all my peers out there who have helped me going through, some type of relationship energy out there. You know what I'm saying? I know that, I know it's hard to let go and let God. Was definitely, you already know. That's how we do. Oh, yaga, yaga, yaga. Oh, gosh. Okay, let me make sure I leave it right here. Yes. Yaga, yaga, yaga. Okay, all right. Oh, we are back again. We are back again in the building. You already know. Man, let me let y'all know the first music that we just featured, most definitely, man. We got big shout out to Mr. Nice featuring Rex T. Don't Go. MZ Mene, I Can't Kill Myself. Burna Boy featuring Wizkid. Ballon d'Or. We got Brain Noir Bico 2. Cool Fella, yes indeed. And we y'all just heard L'Antonio featuring Amber Lulu, Wild, and Master Kennedy, Fine, Fine Girl. Yaga, yaga, yaga. Now, we're going to take another break. We're going to pay some bills real quick for y'all. You already know how we do. But when I get back, I would like to elaborate on this brother man that we just lost. A few days ago in Tucson, Arizona. His name is Zakeraya Ibrahim. He was shot and killed by the Piedmont County sheriffs a few days ago. If you know any news about that, you can call me at 602-633-2662. Most definitely, bring awareness to that. We're going to talk about that most definitely, and also talk about uh, their patience in a strong relationship. But I just want to talk about brother Ibrahim. And if you're listening to me right now live, please listen to me via YouTube, Instagram. Please hashtag justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim. Also justice for Anthony Anthony Bronstein, who also was killed a couple years ago by the LAPD. And we need to bring awareness to all those unnecessary killing, all those accidental murders, all those injustice that don't see the light in the justice system, and that right there is something that we need to bring up to the light. And and for those out there who vote, those out there who always focus on your constituent, like I said before, pay attention to your local constituents. Pay attention to your local constituents. Those who are running in the Maricopa County, those who are running in the states. All your attorney generals who are running in the states, all your lawyers who are running in the states, all those out there who are pretty much are asking for your taxpayers' money to for your servicing and protection from them. We need to make sure that we pay attention to those out there who we are appointing in the position of power. We'll be right back. This is the Yaggah Movement Radiocast. We're going to pay some bills real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Yes. All right, I got to pay some bills. Pay some bills. Pay some bills.
Special and play hair homes for men and women. Shave soap and merchandise.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Or online stores to anywhere in the world at Shine.
black that is, with childbearing hips and full lips and kinky hand of voluptuous derriere. See, her skin color comes in 16 shades. So that's 16 ways to identify and familiarize herself with her own kind. And the blown mind should be the results of feasting your eyes on the way that she glides. See, inside lies her strength. So to identify her to her diminish the essence and beauty upon which she exists. See, in her heart, where the thought unfurls, and though she suffered as a child, a small girl, in essence, her blessing is being the mother of all worlds. And I've called girls, but not called girls, but only to involve girls, to evolve girls into being queens and lovers and loving mothers with the cream of substance to rise above others. See, she gives birth to solar systems. She is polarity, distinguishing polar positions. She is the most sacred, protected possession in the museum. So when you see her, you'll think of Sojourner Truth, or Makari Hatshepsut, or Angela Davis, who stood for something, or Harriet Tubman, who freed slaves and helped them, or Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, the ISIS Papers, the life of a nation saturated in calamity. So why not enthrone those who are the backbone of humanity? Why? Because insanity has liquored our plight, to the point that we glorify death so much we don't respect the givers of life who deliver us light. So instead we'll pledge to do oppose to us right, but I'll uphold the fight and give recognition to she who picks up the slack in black men and preserve him even when he don't deserve it. So I am of service because I am concerned with the lack of appreciation given to the mothers of our nation. So without further ado, respect, admiration, veneration, and love is overdue. It should be intended, extended, and given to none other than the black woman.
Welcome to the Yaggah Movement Radiocast.
Please enter correct password to activate the program.
Here comes the Yaggah Movement Radiocast.
Hey yo, this is Infectious Michael, the music virus. And right now, you are listening to the Yaggah Movement. Yaga, yaga, yaga.
back in the building. We are back in the building. We got some people out there saying what's up. Big shout out. Big shout out. Big shout out. We are back in the building, y'all. We are back in the building. What can I say? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh. Make sure that I'm good right here. Oh Lord. Okay, so ad break disable. Okay, we're gonna disable that. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right. We are back again. See, I told you already, man. Facebook, Instagram, they're always getting on us for playing people's music left and right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's all good. It is what it is. But we're gonna keep on continue the movement. Yes, indeed. You already know how we do. We live right now. We are live right now. All right. Yes. Oh. All right. We gotta cut the music off for a minute, man. You already know how we do, man. We're gonna keep it clean for y'all real quick. Keep it clean. Yes, indeed. We are back again, y'all. Yes. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Yes, indeed. All right, I'm back. I am back. I don't know what you're doing. It's Algeria right there. Algeria. African nation of the day today. We're going to keep on continuing the African nation, y'all.
Welcome to the geography of Algeria. Algeria is an Arab country in North Africa. It has a Mediterranean Sea coastline
All right.
and Nigeria to the southeast. Algeria is Africa's second largest country, covering an area of nearly 2.5 million square miles. Algeria's indigenous Berber people has been under foreign rule.
I'm still dancing.
For the last 3,000 years. Algeria was a colony of France.
What you looking for? I'm looking. What? Welcome back. I don't know what's going on right here, man. But we're going to stop this real quick. We're going to make sure we share with y'all real quick, man. Hey. Share with all of y'all, my friends out there, my good, beautiful friends. Oh, yeah. Y'all can come and join us today. Hey.
Yaggah. You are now tuning in to the Yaggah Movement Radiocast every Saturday.
All right, man.
2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Thousands of people here. We got to share this. Oh, my God.
Let's get it on. Yeah.
Reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. It's reggae time. showing love, or not showing love pretty much, but showing fairness, I should say. Fairness. Because that's what it is right now. It's the fairness of things right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're live right here, right now. We are live over here too. And we are live here too. Are we live here too? Reggae time. It's reggae time. Stand up for your city. Okay, all right. I gotta stand up. I do apologize because I have to do this, but anyway, there you go, right there. There you go, right there. There you go. There you go. You guys can. This is the second part right there, man. All right, all right. So now I am. Am I good right this? Am I good like this? Okay, all right. You do like this. Is good. All right, all right. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. What up? What up? What up? What up? Can we flip it up like this? Can we flip it up? It's the second one. You know, second one. It's reggae time. Reggae, reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae, reggae time. All right, so I can make sure that you guys can see me properly right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm good right now. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. I am good. Okay, I am good. It's reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae, reggae time. Reggae time. I think I need to get that right there. Oh. Okay. Oh. 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 Here we go. Oh, Mr. Clean B. What can I say? You know what I mean. Everybody want to do it. Here we go. Here we go. And you know what I mean. Yaga yaga all day. Every day we don't play. Let play away. Yaga yaga yaga. Oh, let me stop right now. Let me stop right now. You already know, man. Mr. Clean B. Live and direct. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, we just heard some good music earlier, man. Big up to, most definitely to Revolution. Yes, indeed. Dose featuring Eloy and DDB. And we also played some Mary J. Blige featuring Dave East, Rent Money. And we got some Gio Boom Pop, most definitely. And lastly, the great Emmanuel, the Togolese Reggae Time, most definitely, man. You already know how we do. Mr. Clean B back on the scene one more time again. I told you earlier that I was going to talk about this this issue that has been bothering me for some few days right now, and I just wanted to first of all express my prayers and condolences to the Ibrahim family, most definitely. And if you all listen to me right now, if you all follow me right now, listen to me live, whether via radiophoenix.org, whether that comes to talk, sing, and connect. And also, simulcasting on Radio Phoenix Jazz, soon to be on 90.7 FM in the East Valley and Radio Phoenix Indie. I would like for y'all to please press the hashtag Justice for Zakeraya. Justice for Zakeraya. If you listen to me right now and you do care about your society, you do care about your community, please press Justice for Zakeraya. Hashtag Justice for Zakeraya. And I want to bring this issue because, you know, for those, first of all, I want to give a shout for those out there who work in the healthcare department, direct support professionals, caregivers, doctors, nurses, you know, CNAs out there, those out there who are caring for those in need, for underprivileged children, underprivileged senior citizens, underprivileged men and women out there. You know, those out there who take care of the men and women who are in need, who are facing not just physical challenges, but also mental challenges. So big up to you, those out there who are doing a great job and, pretty much putting your life on the line just to protect someone else. And, I want to give a big shout also to Sister Lydia. She's not here today. She's out there making the money. But she brought this issue to me in that really, bothered me until right now, until I have to come and express this. And I'm pretty sure after the show, I will still be bothered by that. And before I even start going through my segment, I would like to advise everybody out there, if you live in Arizona or if you're outside Arizona, please pay attention to your constituent. Pay attention to your local constituent, your local republic, your local congressmen, your local senators, your governors, your state attorneys. Just pay attention to those out there who are in the position of power that are supposed to represent you. Because it seems that lately we have been seeing folks who either are not qualified or are using their position of power to either oppress others or eradicate other people's lives out there. Now, for those out there who work in the medical field who are caregivers, you know what I'm talking about, because this is close to me. This is close to those out there that I know dearly, most definitely. Now, this brother by the name of Zakeraya Ibrahim, was shot and killed by the Pima County Sheriffs on March the 12th of this year. March 12th of 2022 of this year, Zakeraya Ibrahim was shot and killed by the Pima County Sheriffs. Now, it states that the Pima County Sheriff had prior contact before with Zakeraya. The night before he was killed, Zakeraya had called 911 on himself, reaching out for help. The crisis response team was never sent out to respond to his help. Only the officers came to his help. Only the officers, okay? Not only that, but on that night before Zakaraya's murder, the sheriffs were callously taunting the young man. When the sheriff arrived, the family requested an interpreter since the parents only spoke Arabic. They were never given one. Y'all hear me, right? When the officers arrived on the scene, the parents requested someone to interpret, to pretty much translate, a translator. So the translator can be able to help the family and the officer at that time of crisis. But that never occurred. Now, this child murder should never have happened at all. The institution of the police and the criminal legal system are fundamentally unable to deal with problems we face, economic, mental, social, or otherwise. Zakeraya Ibrahim knew he was in crisis and wanted help. Instead, the police took his life. The vast majority of police training is focused on shooting and presuming everyone around them is a threat. We demand accountability, we demand restitution, we demand abolition. Rest in heaven, Zakeraya Ibrahim, and to the Ibrahim family. I read this story, man. I was very bothered by that. I was crying for a minute because this story has happened to me plenty of time, not just in that circumstance, but me on the other side. And I was actually sharing this with somebody that a few weeks ago, and this field, because, besides me doing, broadcasting, anything like this, I'm also part of the medical field. I'm also part of the medical health team, a caregiver, CNN, all that thing that you want to call it. So I do serve the community outside, Radio Phoenix outside what I'm doing. And I can tell y'all from my experience that, this is not a strange thing that happens. This is a common thing that happens. And especially if you work in a group home, if you work in a medical field, you will face individuals, men and women, underprivileged kids, folks with mental challenges who will go through crises like that. This young man just called for help. Ibrahim Zakeraya called for help. Call for help. Call for help so someone can come and help him through his crisis. Someone can come and help him because he's going through some mental challenges. But instead of the crisis team to arrive, of course, what really bothers me is the fact that whenever people face some type of crisis, if someone doesn't pull out a gun, if someone is not endangering somebody else, and it's something that can be dealt with, whether it is a mental issue or it is a domestic issue. Now we are focusing on the mental issue right now. Why do we always have to call an officer or cop when someone is going through some mental crisis? This brother just called the cop on him. Maybe he didn't mean to call the cops. He called for help. He called for help. If you work in a medical field, if you work in a medical institution, status quo, you know what servicing a human being means. And we all are aware that if you call a police officer, not to say that any officers do not respect any human life, but let's all be mindful that whenever you call someone that's screaming, that's going through some type of crisis, and an officer who doesn't understand the circumstances arrives into the scene, automatically they're going to think that this is a endangerment situation right now. This brother just called some help and the police showed up. Now, to me, if you ask me if a cop showed up, what can they do? The first thing they can do is ask the situation, right? Ask the situation. Ask if anyone's in danger. Because me as a caregiver and anyone out there who practice caregiver who works at CNA, whenever you face any type of circumstances, they will ask you, are you in danger or is the person in danger? If those situations are not in display, then why pull up a gun on someone who doesn't show any threats? Why shoot somebody who's mentally incapable of expressing their feelings? Why? Like, when will that change? A few days ago, I was working, and I have the same circumstances, but mine was different. By the blessing of God, no officers didn't show up. But everybody was tainted to call the police officer on me and the individual that I was with. All because, of course, we live in America, so it's a African American person on top of of someone from a different race, so that might show some type of danger, right? But I kept expressing those folks who kept walking by. Don't call the police. Don't call the police. Call a crisis team. Call a mental hospital team that can come and help me out. Don't call the police. You don't have to call an officer because this is not an officer's matter. Nobody's in danger. Yes, I got script in my face. Yes, I'm bleeding, but I am not in danger. If someone understood that philosophy, that status quo coming from someone who's assisting another individual, maybe we have some common sense in our society. Maybe we have some laws to teach anybody out there about certain individuals who are going through certain circumstances, right? Now, everybody else was trying to call the police until that individual got ill, got sick. And when it was time for for help, no one seems to be calling now the officer for the help now. Not even 911. Now, I understand people out there don't understand the concern of mental illness, mental challenges. When I was just on my first hour, I was just talking about the Kanye West issue, the Kanye West dilemma. How folks kept being focused on how this man just go on social media and literally just start thinking about his private life. Not understanding why this man is using his platform to degrade himself, to disrespect his family, to disrespect his platform. Because no normal human beings would ever do that. Brother Zakeraya Ibrahim should have been here today with us today. If those officers understood his circumstances, if these officers understood what he was going through, even though they have numerous encounters with his brother, and still they have to take his life away, it's a change that we need to bring into some type of bill for those out there who don't understand what I'm saying right now. Just like it takes 1 second, 1 day to be a refugee. It may take 1 second, 1 day to be incapable physically to be in a mental institution real quick. It's a life change for all of us, man. And what bugs me is the simple fact that even me being in this field, even me servicing in that field, I feel that folks do not understand the problem when it comes to mental illness, mental challenges. Because folks are so quick to judge somebody else out there. Folks are so quick to judge somebody because they do not understand what that person is going through. This young man called the cops just to get some help. Not only the police, but he just called the crisis, and somehow the crisis wasn't available, and the sheriff showed up. And they showed up not even understanding his family, not understanding him, but pretty much proceeding with their practice, which I'm not going to be here and telling y'all to reform the police and this and that, because that is something that needs to be dealt with the folks that we are voting in power, with the people that we are electing in the position of power. And this has nothing to do with Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. This is a local issue. From Tucson to Phoenix to Flagstaff to Los Angeles to New York to Rockville, Maryland, to New Orleans, to every cities out there who are going through some type of injustice when it comes to policing out here. When it comes to funding some rights, some accountability. Because it seems like folks can jump in a position of power and literally can just oppress somebody, can abuse another human being and run away with it. Just like that general attorney in Florida who almost was washing away the Omar Arbery case because she was messing around with one of the murderous guys. Because everybody seems to be in bed with each other, right? But that issue, that problem, that topic that I'm talking about is not even being broadcasted on the news media. It's not even being broadcasted in your local channels or even on your social media, except for certain folks out there who know what's really going on. I mean, we can worry about a war, we can be worried about anything that's outside our house, but let's worry about what's inside our house. Let's worry about the injustice that we face every single day. For the underprivileged who don't get the justice that they need to get. For those in the position of power who use their power to oppress those out there because they feel the need of oppressing those out there. Because that that right there, that act was an act of oppression. That act was an act of ignorance. And someone needs to be held accountable for that. Because what it tells me is someone can be in that status quo and kill somebody and not being held accountable for their actions, right? You can lie on somebody. You can lie on an individual and still will not be held accountable. You can kill somebody and no one knows who did the crime because you got the badge behind you, right? You can invade somebody's house, kick somebody's door, shoot everybody in the house, and come back and just say, oh, well, we just fear for our livelihood, so we have to kick the door and just shoot everybody like we're at war, right? This young man was 17 years old, man. 17 years old. 17. Had a life ahead of him. But somehow, the misunderstanding, the miscommunication got waved away because whoever came into the scene, they have to do their job. They have to shoot first and ask questions later. And even those questions are not being answered. And it's a concern for those out there who work in this type of field. For those out there who work in the medical field, they have to be dealing with individuals who are facing mental challenges every single day. Every single day. We got caregivers out there who have to face those circumstances every single day. We got families out there who reject their family members because of mental illness. Leave their families to the states. Leave their loved ones, to the government because they cannot handle the mental challenges that their loved ones are facing. But yet again, we are quick to call the police for anything. For anything. You're fighting with your wife, call the cops. You're breaking a class, call the cops. You're cussing somebody on the streets, call the cops. Someone is going through some mental challenges. They don't know what's going on. Like I'm on the street seeing all those folks out there. And I know half of them are not homeless. Half of them did not choose to be on the street to ask for money. But nobody seems to care about that because, oh my gosh, they chose to live that life. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, he must be crazy. Oh, let's get out of here. All of this ignorance that comes out of certain people's mouth, yo. But this is on the news because we have a 17-year-old young man, and maybe he's coming from a different region, or maybe he speaks a different language, or maybe he's an immigrant, or maybe his life does not matter, right? Because somehow he called the cops on himself, so he must be a danger to himself and to everyone around him. So we have to take his life away. Is that justice? Is that justice, ladies and gentlemen? Is this justice that we all swear in the Bible? Is that real justice? Because I can tell you that I almost got in trouble with circumstances like this. I know a couple of my peers out there in this field who have been in circumstances like this. And as a black man, as an African man, as an African American, and I have to say African American because that's African and American, I have to be questioned because of my job status, or I have to be questioned because they don't understand what is going on. And for those out there who are quick to jump on conclusions, or be too judgmental about folks who are going through some type of crisis, open your eyes, man. If you vote, please do me a favor, vote. Please do me a favor. Vote for common sense. Vote for righteousness. Vote for what's going to save lives. Because what just happened to Zakeraya Ibrahim can happen to anybody. Anybody, man. Can happen to you. Can happen to your family. It doesn't have to be a mental challenge. We have Anthony Brunson who lost his life in Los Angeles in 2020 before the George Floyd incident in the hands of the authority. Take them 2 years for them to find justice. We got folks out there who are losing their lives that no one talks about. People are putting all their problems under the rug because they don't matter to the public, they don't matter to society. So let's just do what we need to do to protect ourselves so we can keep those minions on the bottom, those peasants on the bottom, those immigrants on the bottom, those poor people on the bottom, or those minorities on the bottom, because they don't matter. If it's not blonde hair, blue eyes, it doesn't matter. If it's not some type of refugee that from Ukraine, it doesn't matter. Because we have some refugees from Haiti that almost crossed the Texas border, and people have whoops and horses trying to chase them away. But when it comes to someone that's going through some type of mental challenge, it doesn't matter if they get some type of help, right? Because somehow everyone are so quick to call the police because the police are coming to rescue someone who's going through some type of mental challenge, some type of mental issue, right? Common sense is necessary, man. If this happened to Zakeraya Ibrahim, it can happen to me, it can happen to you, it can happen to the next door neighbor. Let's pay attention to what's going on. This young man lost his life in the hands of the authority, and no one is accountable for that. Where is the accountability? Where is the justice? Where is the justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim? Where's the justice for those out there just like him who lost their lives in that predicament, man? Where is it? Justice for all, right? Justice for all. We'll be right back. Yaggah.
This is Diva D here at RadioPhoenix.org. Coming to you here in Phoenix, Arizona. We're waiting for our sunshine to come back because it is cold here. And also, I would like to let my listening audience know this is a very holy season. It's called Yummy Hall. I know you never heard that, but honey, you heard it on the Yaggah Movement here with my brother. Yes.
You know, we go.
Oh man, my bad. Oh man, woo, man. I want to apologize. Man, it's you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying. We gotta have some common sense, man. We gotta have some common sense. You know what I'm saying. We gotta have some common sense. Hey, yo, Stan, what it do? What it do? AJ, what it do? Captain Black, Shinamore, what it do? What it do, everybody, man? What it do, man? Bless everybody, man. Bless up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to our band right now. I have to lower down the music because of copyright, so I do apologize. But if you please go and support the music via radiophoenix.org, where the Valley comes to talk, sing, and connect. And also, just support the artists that we are playing via Radio Phoenix. And big shout out to Desert Soul Media, most definitely. Big shout out to New Empire Network. Yes, indeed, New Empire Network. Big shout out. Yes, indeed. So shout out to Big New Empire Big Network. So, and yes, indeed, we'll be simulcasting on Radio Phoenix Jazz, soon to be on 90.7. So if you have a 90.7 FM, if you still got your FM or your Spotify or whatever you got on your phone, because I know now that you have people got all those little Bluetooth, Spotify and all that stuff where you can catch people's FM left and right. Well, you can catch us on that most definitely. You can catch us on that most definitely. So Man, shout out to everybody out there joining me today, man. Shout out to everybody out there joining me today. I just forgot people were joining me today. Bless everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I'm not an angry guy. Okay, I'm not an angry black man. Okay, I just believe in common sense. I believe in what's right. I believe in what's righteous. I believe in what's fair, because I believe fairness brings the word into a compromise. You know what I'm saying? If you bring fairness, it brings the word into a compromise, and you know what I'm saying. And it's a shame that certain news media out there are not voicing that that's subject, that segment. You know, and I want to, like I said, I want to give a big shout out to everybody out there working in group homes, caregivers, CNAs out there, folks out there who are doing big things. You know what I'm saying? Who are protecting, the rights of other individuals so they won't be violated, being abused. You know what I'm saying? Things like this. You know what I'm saying? So, big up to everybody out there who are doing rights by others. But we are going to switch up a little bit, man, because I'm going to talk about relationship, in a nice way. I know it's spring season. You know what I'm saying? Big shout for everybody out there who are seeking for love. God bless you. Look for love. Love is divine. For those out there who are into a relationship, God bless you too. Make sure your relationship is sacred. You know what I'm saying? Divine, and always compromise with the other. Never ever let your relationship be a temporarily notice. Okay, like a notice of a temporary notice. When you come, when people want to evict you, they put the notice of eviction. Do not let your relationship look like that, like an eviction notice. Okay, longevity is necessary, y'all. So I would like to bring patience into relationship, because I know I have. And please don't worry. Next week again, I will bring the Zakeraya Ibrahim, and for the Ibrahim family. If you are listening to me, if you're watching me right now, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for allowing me to bring that to the forefront. And we are going to keep on pushing for justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim, justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim. And I would love to have you on my show. I would love to invite you for us to talk about this, this issue, but also to bring awareness to that, problematic concern that I brought to the forefront to everybody out there. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to bring this to my peers out there. Thank you for allowing me to talk about this via the radio station. And for those out there, please help those in need, help those who are asking for assistance. Do not judge one another. You know what I'm saying? Be out there for the mercy for others, and just hug somebody out there. Tell somebody that you love them, okay? Just be out there and just show some love, okay? That's all it is, man. Show some love. You already know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Yaga yaga. Yeah, midnight Africa tree. Africa queen is all of yourself. Africa queen, leave all of yourself now. Yeah, we are not done yet. We are not done yet. Yes, indeed. Big up to Becky, Slomo, and Masenga, African Queen. Yes, indeed. And before I go, I wanted to share some little relationship advice. Because, I'm not a relationship guru. I don't have my certification, but I do believe in relationship experience. So I just wanted to bring to everybody out there the attention of, relationship patience, to be patient in your relationship, to gravitate on the patience into your relationship, and not to take things for granted. To always work to difficulties, to always work toward resolutions. everybody got issues. We all can express difficulty. We all can express issues, but resolutions is necessary in a relationship. And I got 5 good advice to give y'all to be patient into your relationship, to be patient to your significant other. And the one thing that I want to bring to y'all is stop and breathe. I know it sounds cliche. Stop and breathe because, to stop is to think, breathe is to exhale. Inhale, exhale. Because you always want to breathe in and breathe out whenever you go into some type of crisis, critical, whenever you're facing some type of critical issue into a relationship or some critical love. Just stop and breathe for a minute. Stop just to think, analyze, but breathe just to exhale. Inhale, exhale, right? Now, stay away from any tantrum that will, affect your relationship. And that's number 2 that I'm sharing. And tantrum that will, pretty much, mess around with your relationship. Pretty much tantrum could be friends, gossip. Folks out there who listen to their friends, stop listening to your friends, okay? Focus on your significant other right there. That's all you got to do. If you do that, trust me, their patient will be grandiose indeed. Now, the third one is quit the idea of changing them. Quit the idea of changing your significant others. Quit the idea of changing your relationship into your likeness. Compromise with what you have. If you love someone with ladies, if you like a man with a big belly, you know what I'm saying, instead of changing his belly, you can compromise with it by offering something, but trying to force someone to change his belly while it's Big Papa's belly, no, you cannot do that. And fellas, you cannot change a woman's mind, okay? You cannot do that. You can compromise as you grow with your love into the relationship, y'all. Now, this is my favorite one. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take your relationship for granted. Don't take your significant others for granted. Don't take love for granted. Because a lot of us seems to be so comfortable into our relationship zone to the point that we lose sight of the future. We lose sight of the goals of the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 20 years. Just don't take things for granted. Don't ever feel comfortable. My advice to that is don't feel comfortable into your relationship. If you are too comfortable, then trust me, you're gonna break up the next 2 hours. Trust me about that. Number 5, give love, give space to love. Give your partner some space. Give love some space. Fellas, if your wife wants to go out to the club with her girlfriends, let her go out as long as she comes home to you. Ladies, if your husband, your man wants to go out chill with his dudes, with his homie, and have a little glass of wine, let him do it. Give space to each other because every time you guys are seeing each other, it's like a war. Whenever you guys are away from each other, and whenever you're away and you're missing one another, trust me, you're going to see each other's text talk about, I miss you, honey. What can I do? Can I come home? I want to come home right now, honey. Let me come home. I'm going to give you all that good loving. Yes. That's what I got to say to y'all right now. That's what I got to say, to be patient and to your relationship. Before I go, I want to say thank you for everybody out there for showing love, for showing support, and also for joining me to this live broadcasting via radiocast.org where the brother comes to talk and sing and connect. And bless everybody out there. Be careful out there. Be safe out there. And before I leave, I would like to please, if you watch this video, if you listen to me, put a hashtag on Justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim. Justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim. Justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim. Justice for Zakeraya Ibrahim. And let's make accountability into a bill. Pay attention to your local constituents out there. Pay attention to those out there who are telling you one thing and do something else. Pay attention to your local politics. I gotta go. Brother is next. I love y'all. I'll see you next Saturday. Yaga, yaga, yaga. And happy pre-spring. Stay warm, y'all. Yaga, yaga. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Radio Phoenix is financially
Yeah, man.
Westside Jazz and Blues.
Yes.
Northeast
we out of here.
Avenue,
Thank you very much.
Glendale, Arizona. Performers include Big Pete Pearson, Beth Legerman, The Sugar Thieves, and Charles Blues. WestsideBlues.com. Also on Facebook, hashtag Westside Jazz and Blues.
You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Man, bless. Love y'all. Love you. Love you out there. Love you very much. Yes, indeed. We out of here. Thank you.